Aquarius, how are you doing? This one is for Aquarius, dealing with Aquarius, wherever you got Aquarius in your chart. It's a general reading for the energy of Aquarius for the month of September with me, Adrian, your psychic tarot reader. I want you to think of the energy that has brought you to this reading, the quest, the thought, the idea, because at the end of the reading, I'm going to draw you a card from my Breath of Life Tarot Oracles deck, and that will be available for pre-sales in time for Christmas in South Africa. Okay. All right, all right, all right. If you want to know more, you can just contact me. My details are in the description. So Aquarius, this is for September: love, money, career, friendship, health, spiritual ascension, everything. Okay. Let's see what we got for Aquarius. So you got the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. What an interesting reading. Definitely, for sure. Okay, very interesting energies. So it seems like there might be the possibility of new love. That is always cool, you know. Possibility of new love, new potential, new things, how they can be, new friendships, but also just, I'm going to say to you, pursue love cautiously. Okay. So, what I am meaning here is that there's potential for beautiful things, but maybe you had a lot to deal with in the past. Maybe you felt overwhelmed. Maybe you felt lonely. Because I kind of get a sense of you kind of diving headfirst into an empty pool here. Okay, so be mindful of just be on the lookout for that. Okay, so be careful of not diving headfirst into an empty pool, into a drained pool. All right, because there's a little bit of something funky going on there. We're going to see when we clarify. But there is definitely new love. So I kind of get a sense that this might be two situations, and you have to kind of like weigh up the two, which is the better option for you, which is the better path to pursue. Now, I see a lot of things here with love, like romantic love, but this could also be what gives your soul happiness, what gives you peace. It could also be that. So be open to all of those possibilities. So you want to see, where is it, my beautiful Aquarius, that that you are maybe kind of coming from that point in September of like, oh well, whatever, the chips will fall where they may, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. You might want to rethink that. Okay. You might want to, let's say you might want to rethink that sort of trail of thought. Okay. Then you got the Queen of Pentacles. So yes, excellent opportunities to make money, career advancement, success advancement. It's really a sense that you as a human being, that you are expanding, that you are growing. And because of that, life reflects that back to you. But yes, very positive change in the home space, in career, in money, in recognition, in what it gets fair for you. So especially been feeling stuck there for a while, and it felt like life, sort of wasn't going your way, then it looks really, really cool. And if you're open to that, place your hand on your heart, take a nice deep breath and say yes. Okay. And write down thank you. Comment thank you to acknowledge that you are already giving gratitude in advance for what is coming your way. Okay. All right. So let's see, what do we have? Clarifying that Knight of Cups there for energy for you. So it's quite interesting because the first card that came out there, it's the Page of Cups, which is also what this card that you got. So you got the Page of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Death card. So this is definitely an energy of like something's got to give, and you've got a very important decision to make here. Okay. Something's got to give, and you've got a very important decision to make. So it's almost like there's category A and there's category B, and you have to make a choice. Okay. Saying that, well, it's not going to work for you. You're going to have to take a stand. You're going to have to make a choice. It's either this way or that way. And this doesn't necessarily indicate that like one part or one party or person or situation, that like they sort of all toxic and the other part is all love and light. All this is referring to is that it's time to make a choice. So you can't sort of like sit on the fence on this one. Okay. That is just what you want to be aware of. You can't. It's not going to work. Okay. So you're going to have to make a choice, and make your choice based on what feels right, and make it based on what is the feeling of happiness for me. What would wish fulfillment like feel like to me? And you make your decision based on that choice. And when you can feel it, you breathe it and you say, Spirit, yes, support me with that. And then you write thank you in advance. One situation is growing and working, one is sort of like, phasing out. But here's the thing, whichever you choose and whatever you let go, the letting go brings a lot of peace and sort of calm into your life. Okay, it feels like you have been carrying the Moses too much, really. All right, so it's time to let something go to make space for something better, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, let's take a little bit of a deeper look. Let's clarify the Page of Cups. Also, go ahead and take a look at the links for my online courses down below in the description. I also have a beautiful 8 weeks personal power activation coaching that starts on September the 1st. The details are in the description. Check it out. Gonna go for walkies. We're gonna go for walkies now, okay? Just gonna finish Aquarius. All right, so you have got the 5 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, and the 8 of Wands. You want to pump those brakes. You want to pump those brakes. Okay. It's almost like, like when we're about to make a new thing, a new level, something different. The past keeps on coming back. And it keeps on seeming so inviting and so amazing and that sort of stuff. And this is what's happening over here. But this is where you see the past, you acknowledge the past, and you move on. Don't stay stuck. Move on. Okay? Because you definitely have a choice here. You can either keep things the way that they were, or you can say, I'm opening myself to new. Now, you may see a whole lot of challenges with new. And you know what, my beautiful Aquarius? One step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself with the details. Yes, make plans. Yes, be proactive. But don't start making plans so much that you sort of just overwhelm yourself by the whole thing. All right? You have the faith and trust in yourself that whatever comes up, whenever it comes up, that you have got what it takes to deal with it. Finito. Okay. All right. Let's see what we have for the Queen of Pentacles. Isn't it such a beautiful card, huh? Such a beautiful card there for the Queen of Pentacles by one of my absolute favorite deck creators, Chris Ann. And that is the Tarot of Curious Creatures. So for the Queen of Pentacles, you have got the 7 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, and the Chariot energy, Cancer energy. Okay. So it's almost like something hurtful has been holding you back from the past. Or maybe you've been driven and motivated towards success by hurt and by pain. And now that you may be coming from a lighter space, your ego's like throwing its hands up in the air. Literally, it's like ego throwing his hands up in the air, and it's sort of like, well, what now? That sort of thing. You have already achieved so much in life. See how far you've come. And that will show you your own capability. Okay? Chariot energy there, Cancer energy there for you. You can either focus on reasons not to go forward, or you can focus on reasons to go forward. Your focus is going to determine your experience. But change, you are changing. Okay? Tell me, what is your one burning question, my beautiful Aquarius, that has brought you here? Think about it. And let's draw you a card for that. Spirit guides and guardian angels. What is it that you want my beautiful Aquarius to know? 3 of Pentacles, which is also a card that you actually already got. Okay. Which says, new or old, which do you choose? Growth, opportunity that is asking for great courage. And now is the time to draw on courage and let your focus be, because this is what's good for me. It's what's good for my soul. Do you know what I'm saying? All right. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that it helps. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check out my links for my courses, the 8 weeks power personal power activation coaching that starts on September the 1st. And I look forward to connecting with you on the next video.